I'm Michael Knorr. Welcome to Architecture Minute. The next 3 episodes are going to be about iconic architecture, buildings that have a symbolic power way beyond the architecture alone. And we're going to look at 3 buildings in Washington, D.C. at the seat of power: the White House, the Capitol Building, and the Supreme Court. The White House is interesting as much for what it is not as for what it is. As seats of power go, it's comparatively humble, meant to reflect the American idea that the president is a man of the people. He is not a king or a sultan or a dictator. We do not have, therefore, something like Buckingham Palace with its brutally imposing facade and massive size. Where palaces are built to impress, the White House is gentle by comparison. But this is all illusion. Much of the White House is hidden or disguised in a deliberate and pretty clever attempt to downplay its size. The Oval Office and West Wing are tucked to the side of the main house and down a level from the main floor. Other important functions are moved to the Executive Office Building, an ugly Victorian hulk off the White House grounds. This allows the core of the White House to look like a simple residence. Sure, it's a mansion, but a humble mansion. At first glance, from the front or north elevation, this appears to be a 2-story house. In reality, the ground plane has been artificially raised, so the ground floor is hidden from view. Hints of its existence revealed only by the sunken areaway, barely visible in most photographs. A top floor looks like an attic, set back from the edge of the building and partially concealed by a high balustrade. But it is a fully functioning 3rd level with service facilities and a conservatory. Add to this a basement and a sub-basement, and we actually have a 6-level complex. Quite a feat for what looks like a 2-story building. The White House owes its present form to Harry Truman. When he came to office in 1945, the White House was literally falling apart. Years of ill-considered remodeling and simple wear and tear made parts of the White House structurally unsound. Things were so rotted and shaky that Truman claimed there was imminent danger of his bathtub crashing through the 2nd floor while the daughters of the American Revolution were having tea in the room below. He would be forced to greet them, quote, wearing nothing more than reading glasses. Indeed, in 1948, a leg of Margaret Truman's piano crashed through a 2nd-floor sitting room through the ceiling of the dining room below. Something had to be done. The interior floors were completely removed, while the outside walls were propped up against collapse, as shown in this dramatic period photograph. The entire White House was rebuilt to proper engineering standards. While he was at it, Truman added the Truman balcony on the south elevation, an elevation where the ground floor is exposed and it looks like a 3-story White House. The White House may be good architecture and may not be. Palladian in style, it follows the proper rules, but it is so famous as a symbol it is impossible to criticize its aesthetic qualities without being trapped by its symbolic status. That's what makes it an iconic